Hi, my name is Kayla and I'm an energy intern at the Center for Sustainability, and today I'll be showing you a couple different light bulbs you can find in your house and how to identify them and why you should be switching to LEDs wherever possible. So first we have the incandescent light bulb. That is what this one looks like. It's a pretty standard shape. It's probably the stereotype for what you think of when you think of a light bulb. The issue with these is that they are incredibly non-energy efficient and waste a lot of money and a lot of resources. So about 90% of the energy consumption from these light bulbs is actually just in the form of heat, not even in light, which is one way you can identify an incandescent light bulb other than this shape, is that when you go to unscrew one, if the light has been on, the bulb will be incredibly hot, as will the little metal part right here. So you should always wait for those to cool down before you try to change an incandescent light bulb. While they are really energy inefficient, they are pretty easy to dispose of. You can just dispose of them in the trash. If you have a recycling facility that'll accept them, you should definitely take that option, but many will not. So these are easy enough and safe enough to dispose of on your own. The other type of common light bulb in homes is a CFL. Now, these are much more energy efficient than incandescents, but they do contain mercury inside of them, and so you have to dispose of them in a little bit of a different way and bring them to a facility rather than just throwing them away. While these are more energy efficient, they're still not nearly as energy efficient as an LED, which is why we should be changing them. Other little cues to look out for CFLs is that, first of all, they will be hot, just like an incandescent, because they are releasing some energy in the form of heat. Not nearly as much, but definitely still some. So still wait for those to cool down before you touch them. Especially this little metal part right here will still be pretty hot. Also, the shape is pretty standard with that kind of swirl top, as a good indication that this is a CFL light bulb. The third type, and the type that we recommend, is a LED light bulb. So an LED will typically look something like this, and these are highly energy efficient. The upfront cost will be more than a CFL or an incandescent, but the long-term savings will be so much more. Not only are you saving energy and helping the environment by reducing your carbon footprint, but on your bills for electricity, you on average can save $50 to $75 by switching to an entirely LED home. So that's a huge benefit of these. One indication for them, other than the way that they look, which is pretty standard, there are some other kind of shapes nowadays. The LEDs are much more popular, but this is the standard shape for an LED. When you go to touch an LED, it typically won't be very hot. This little bulb part might be a little bit warm, but this part will, for the most part, be pretty cool. So they're a little bit safer to touch. You should still always give it a couple seconds after turning the light off to change them. But the lifespan on these is so much longer than any of those, and you on average can save 80% of energy consumption because it's not being released in the form of heat. It is for the most part only being released in the form of light. So LEDs are a much more energy efficient option, and in the long run save you so much more money and last so much longer. So we highly recommend switching to LEDs whenever possible and wherever possible.